As an entrepreneur, which like I am, it is in my DNA. There was a couple of surprises. Like I'd gotten married and I opened up my second restaurant, which like really should have felt like a very big accomplishment, right? Like the first one was successful. You opened up your second, you're skyrocketing to success, but I don't know, just some things didn't feel right. Like I just wasn't as happy with the work as I thought I would be. Like it was a really, it's a bummer when you achieve your dreams because it's in that moment that you're like, well, that's not going to fix me, right? And like there was plenty of internal work to do, but it's still a trip like that I've been able to experience actually reaching a major milestone. I've been cooking since I was 15. I've been known as to my friends and relatives as a chef my whole life. I opened up one restaurant, the second restaurant was much bigger and more impressive. And then I opened up my second, I was just kind of like, eh. So, it was a period of recalibration. One thing was I was from the Midwest. I felt like I wanted to get back closer to my family. Great decision. But in leaving, obviously there was a tinge of guilt. I missed the baby that I'd created, and I shouldn't have said I left immediately. We did open up a third one while I was in Chicago. So I was flying back. I opened up a third. Then I had a kid. And once I had a baby, flying back to California all the time, just like really, that's when it was not feasible anymore. It just kind of felt like you're in Chicago, you're not going back to live there, kind of sever the cord a little bit. So we had a good director of operations. We let them sort of run with it. I was then just like a semi-passive owner for a couple of years.
Was that hard?
I had never worked for a major corporation, and I have an advisor who came from Wendy's. He was a VP at Wendy's. He came up with Where's the Beef? So super accomplished, grizzled industry guy, right? His name's John Pietro. He's been an amazing advisor to me and my company for the last decade. And he told me very explicitly, he's like, Kyle, if you're going to leave this, you have to go and work for somebody bigger. There's just so much you don't know. And like, yes, you can learn a lot on the fly, but like, go work for a major and you're just going to have this mind-altering experience. So I started looking for R&D roles with majors, and I didn't get into a major, but I did find myself in a VC-funded company that was going from Series C and D. So I joined Farmer's Fridge when it was probably 20 million in revenue and got to witness it grow to 100, which if you're paying attention in a company, going from 20 to 100 is massive. The type of corporate infrastructure that starts to get built, the different roles and positions and directors and VPs that start getting stacked onto a company, best practices of data management and communications. And just like, there was a lot of stuff that I never would have learned had I not gone into a business like that and sort of seen it in its growth cycle. And it's really once I sort of reached the maximum education that I could glean. And I stayed there for 6 years. So like I learned a lot. I'm an entrepreneur. I never thought I would stay working for the man for that long, but it was an excellent culture, an excellent business. And I was learning something every year. And it was only after that point that I was like, I have gained so much information that I know I could take back to this company that I started and fix foundationally some stuff. And that's when the conversation really began with my partners for me to come back as the CEO.